What is going on, guys? We'll let some people pile in here. We watch this game. Come on. So I'm tuning in the second quarter with about 8:31 to go. See how this goes. Georgia up a score here. Going into half, 21-14. Just seems like this Ole Miss defense is not. They're a little sus, aren't they? And Ole Miss goes 3 and out. Almost blocked. Oh, and they're going to get a penalty. Probably running into the kicker. Be interesting, is this running into the kicker or. No, I guess it's not running into the kicker if he's outside the tackle box. Okay. Pretty disappointing result for the Jackets today. I just got back about 30 minutes ago. Got my daughter in bed. Picked her up from the sitter. And we just got handled by a better team. I mean, that's what happened. I'm sure you'll see a lot of stuff in the Facebook groups like, oh, we need to fire everyone on defense, fire every coach on defense, bench every player on defense. The defense wasn't the problem. I said that in the post game. Riding back down 85 there out of Clemson. The offense is what let us down today, and it was pretty bad. All right, Georgia throwing downfield complete. Man, Ole Miss defense making Carson Beck look like a world beater. Does he have an incompletion? He has one. So he's 7 for 8, 149 yards. What's going on, Simona? Good to see you. Well, it's going to come down to, can we answer next week and get bowl eligible? All right, 7:20 to go in the half. Oh, offsides. Georgia's going to be offsides. Simone, I'm sure you got all the home games. Hold on a second. What's going on? Sorry about that. Where'd I put my headset? I don't know where I put my headset. There it is. Oh, little one having a rough one tonight. But Simone, I'm sure you got all the home games, right? I saw someone comment today. What's going on, Andrew? What's going on, Buzz? That he talked to one of the sideline officials who said it was one of the most physical games he's ever officiated, and that Tech really never gave up. They kept fighting and scrapping and had a lot of good things to say about Tech despite the score. Oh, Georgia going to run kind of a trick play here. Beck going to take off. Oh, boy. We have a lot of growing to do. I look for the defensive staff to go through a major overhaul. Well, that's kind of what I was saying when I started the show. Is that really the solution? I think that's very easy to be like, oh, we just need to fire everyone on the defense, right? Okay, well, who are you going to hire? Is that really addressing the issue you have? In other words, if a defensive coordinator has massive personnel issues, are any of them going to be successful with that? And what does that say? I don't know. When you have a lot of turnover on staff, we just turned our entire staff over once. I don't know if it's time to do it again. Right? We demoted Thacker. That's what everyone wanted. Oh, fire Thacker. That's the solution. Well, now Kevin Scher's the DC. Now the solution all of a sudden is fire Kevin Scher. So seems a little bit short-sighted to me. I think we need 2 linebackers and 2 edge rushers. That's more the problem. Georgia will pick up the first down. How did Georgia Tech lose to Clemson? Well, it's pretty simple. Clemson scored 42 points and we scored 21. That is how it happened. That's how it happened. I mean, look, for as much trash as I've talked about Clemson, Clemson's not an untalented team, and it's the same thing with Miami. You know, Miami gave Florida State fits today. Their problems aren't talent. They just haven't been able to execute like they should be able to. They get it out to McConkey, 1st and 10. Oh, Georgia fans aren't going to like that. He kind of rocked them. Yeah, you're welcome, BB. And anytime you need an explanation as to why one team lost and the other team didn't, WreckTalk will be happy to explain it. Florida's tangled up with LSU right now, aren't they, BB? Georgia going to run it. And, boy, Ole Miss has some tackling issues. Buzz Talk with the $5 Super Chat says, Jalen King said their defense issues was not fatigue-related. It's because they were not staying in their lanes and matchups. I'd say it's mostly players. I'm a gentleman and a scholar. I might be one of those things. I'll let you decide. Yeah, I mean, and that's not taking a shot at any one player except for maybe Paul Mola, because he consistently says nonsensical things and doesn't play well. But Georgia will score. They'll go up 2 scores. Dang. We just need to beat Syracuse and get to a bowl and start making positive improvement towards next season. I agree. You know, you haven't made a bowl since 2018. Step 1 is make a bowl. Address the issues you have on defense in the offseason. Offensively, or on defense. Did I say offense? Address the issues you have on defense in the offseason with portal, with recruiting. And we have some decent pieces. I think Clayton Powell-Lee is a really, really good player. We lose Brooks this year. We lose Miles Sims. I think Efford has proven that he's probably, for his age, the best linebacker we have. Braylon Oliver, I think, has played fairly decent as well, but he's gone after this year. We're losing a ton off this defense this year. So we're losing Oliver White, Mola, and I don't really feel bad taking shots at Mola. He still has all his Notre Dame stuff on his Twitter. Like, you wouldn't even know Mola played for Tech by looking at his Twitter. You'd swear he played for Notre Dame, which is bizarre to me. Sims, Brooks. Is Sylvain Yonjuan coming back next year? I want to say he'll probably redshirt medically this year. Buzz says, I think there's a very high chance they will rush the field Saturday. It being a night game, it would be the first bowl since 18. If Clemson rushed today, we should rush Saturday. Clemson rushes the field every time. What the world is this? Why can't... Oh, it's some stupid ad. Are you serious, man? has the whole world gone crazy? The world is run by lawyers and advertisers. This messes up everything. I hate ESPN. I hate ESPN with a passion. I hate Disney and I hate ESPN. I mean, do you think, is there enough advertisements on this page? Whatever, dude. We're just not doing it. We'll just do this and make my ugly mug bigger. Unreal. Unreal with this nonsense. Let me look at the stats from the game today. Let's go to the scores. UGA just won. How did they win? Oh, they're up 2 scores. Where is Tech? North Carolina up 7-0 on Duke. I'm kind of flipping in between that. Florida State gets another Struggleville win. Miami 6-4. Florida State 10-0. Boy, Boston College got their brains beat in today. 48-22. They get beat by Virginia Tech. All right, let's check this out. Eric Singleton Jr. had a 100 QBR rating, 1 completion for 8 yards on the on the fake punt. Haynes King 13-31, 129. Had a 10 QBR. Awful. Jamal Haynes had 104 yards on the ground. That's kind of surprising. No Clemson player had 100 yards rushing. We were 6 for 16 on 3rd down. We only had 254 yards of offense. That's what's killer. I don't care how good of a defense you're playing. You should be able to get to 3 bills on offense. 137 passing yards. Hell, we only had 1 passing yard going into the half. Regardless of what happens against Syracuse, I'm scared against UGA. Who will be in the ACC championship game? It's got to be Louisville and Florida State, right? Clemson isn't a great team. They destroyed us. So, yes, the game after Thanksgiving is very concerning. I'll be there regardless. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go support my team. Should Georgia beat our faces in? Yeah. That's why you play the game. The thing that's concerning there is, Georgia has as good or better defense than Clemson. Probably have a better defense than Clemson. I haven't looked at stats on it. It doesn't bode well for our offense. Yep, Kentucky got beat pretty good today. So let's see. We had 117 yards rushing, 4 turnovers. They held the ball for 36 minutes. We had it for 23. Most of that came in garbage time, though. If UNC wins out and Louisville loses to Miami, then it's FSU UNC. Oh, my God. Ole Miss is doing everything they can to put Georgia over here. So they run out of bounds on the kickoff to the 10, and then they're going to get a clip or a hold. They're going to have to take it from like their own 1 here. 2:23 to go in the half. Clemson has this nice stadium. The parking was a mess, and everything was at least a mile hike. I walked more today than I have in years, probably. It was like about 2 miles from where we parked to the stadium, so each way. Then, walking straight up was rough. But I will say this. If you've ever had, like, come out of a game at the Benz or something and, like, they're doing traffic, Atlanta cops are horrible at directing traffic. They'll get you run over. When I first started at Tech, I was coming down North Avenue, and they were training traffic people, and the guy waved me out into traffic. Did I touch Howard's Rock as promised? I never promised to touch Howard's Rock. Will you touch WreckTalk's Rock? I'll be there next Saturday, and then again for, what is COFH? Clean Old Fashioned Hate, yeah. I saw we stormed the field in honor of making a bowl. Yeah, we'll get trolled for that, but whatever. I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's go look at... oh, well, they're both on a commercial. Both these games on a commercial, guys. The comment was very disrespectful, Rick. Well, sometimes I'm disrespectful. That's how life is. Sometimes you get disrespected. You sound like Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know how old you are, B-Bean. No respect, I tell you. Just for the record, I lasted longer at Memorial Stadium than WreckTalk did. I see that. I don't know if you're the guy I'm thinking of. I want to apologize to somebody because when I was coming down, I was going to use the bathroom, but I wasn't going to walk all the way back up to KK. And there was a guy, and I couldn't hear. Number one, I don't hear great anyways. I don't have great hearing. Oh, he asked me if I had touched Howard's Rock, and I asked him if he would touch WreckTalk's Rock. That was the disrespectful comment. But someone, I think they said, hey, Wreck, or something. Or they said something to me, I didn't quite hear it. And they had orange on, though, but a Tech hat. And I kind of thought they were a Clemson fan. I couldn't really hear it. I was just like, I don't know, man. So I apologize to that guy. I always say come and see me at games if you see me. I couldn't hear very well. And you were kind of disguised. So Andrew K., I don't know if that was you, but if it was, I'm sorry. There were two guys. I took a picture with two guys that came up. How did your hearing get damaged? I don't know. It just isn't great. Oh, man, Ole Miss is going to take it from their own 5 here. They'll get a completion for about 5 yards. Nah, I highly, Buzzsaw with the $5 says, nah, I highly doubt it. Clinching a bowl game for the first time in 5 years and it being a night game is worthy of storming no matter who you play. Andrew K. says, there was a dude I ran into with an orange jacket and a Tech hat, but I forgot his name, so I think I know who you're talking about, but not me. I think we're talking about the same guy. I just saw the orange jacket, and then I saw him again, and he had a Tech hat on. I couldn't hear. Can we get a post game? This is probably a good time for me to do the Collins voice because I've been hollering a lot. Let's see here. Ole Miss is going to get stuffed again. Oh, boy. Well, I know first what Collins would say. You know, that's not the result we wanted, but these kids played their hearts out. All right? That's the number 6 defense in the country we just played today. All right? It's a good team. Cade Klubnik might have played like ass all year, but he played Tech today, which means that he was going to have a career day. We're really building something here. And interception. Georgia's going to get the ball back with a minute to go in the half. Yeah, we were just a few plays away in that blowout loss of a chaining of victory. I know right where we're going. Now, where we're going seems to be like the bottom of the ACC when I coach. Those Zombie Nation hypes were awesome. Wreck, I've been going to games since '09. I wish they would bring back the Zombie Nation history highlight video before kickoff. We need some poms for the fans to have, like pom-poms. At the end of the day, we just didn't have the horses. We need more speed on defense. Yep. My Collins impression is better when I've hollered for 2-3 hours straight. Well, Kelly, look, that's a good question. That's a good question, Kelly. We like to keep those things in-house, though. We will address those things this Sunday in our breakout sessions. But for right now, that's just going to stay between me and the team, okay? They still give out pom-poms. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, Rick. I never served. Please don't set me up for stolen valor. I never served in the military. Let me be clear with that because you've said that. I 100% never served in the military. If you want to thank a veteran, you can thank Papa Rec. Papa Rec did serve. He's a veteran of the first Gulf War. As a matter of fact, Georgia's rolling. They get a flag, though. A bunch of flags come in. Right around the time I was going to be born, Papa Rec is an officer, and it comes across the ticker tape that Iraq just rolled across the borders of Kuwait, and they were most likely going to ship out, so that was rough. Yeah, we're improving every week, okay? And if you don't think that those guys didn't play their hearts out today, okay, I don't know what to tell you. Coach Collins, what do we need to do to bounce back against Syracuse next week? That's a good question, Kelly. That's a good question. What we need to do is play at a high level. We need to play with intensity, and we need to play with consistency, okay? I know these kids can do it. Again, we were just a few plays away. With Collins, a few plays away was like tomorrow is just a day away. It never gets here, does it? 2nd and 17 for Georgia. They're going to throw a screen. Ole Miss can't tackle today. Today would have definitely been a Coach Jeff Collins special. Today was improvement, whether you wanted to see it or not. Yeah, who is Kelly? Kelly Quinlan. Kelly Quinlan is a reporter for Tech, has been for a long time. He's always the first question. God, Ole Miss. Come on now. Buzz with a $2 super chat. I just got word that Collins is on Kirby's ass right now. I think it would be the other way around. When did I say that Syracuse would decide if we go to a bowl? Because preseason, I said, did I say that in the preseason? Am I a genius and I just forgot about it? I don't know that that's that much of a genius call preseason, but I said we would be bowl eligible with a win over Virginia, and that wasn't the case. I know I said that in the preseason. Jeff, what do you think about just having 1 yard passing going into the half? It's a good question, Kelly. We just had some schematic things. We weren't aligned right. We're going to get those things fixed this week in practice. We're going to get it rolling next week. Good question, Kelly. It's Kelly when the question is a paragraph. Yeah, I love how Key had to cut him off on one of his questions. He was like, okay, I'll answer the question. I'll ask the question you meant to ask but couldn't phrase it correctly, and then I'll answer it. Oh, we definitely will. Mech said UNC Dogs should do a video where you take a look at your preseason predictions and what actually happened. Yeah, we definitely will. I predicted a 7-5. I'm most likely going to be a game off. Assuming we can do. Did Ole Miss just intercept it? It looks like they did. There's only 7 seconds left, though, so they're probably not going to be able to do anything with it. Syracuse averaged 250-yard rushing a game. We need to stop writing them off. Okay. I'm either going to be 1 or 2 games off. Now, I think what does help, didn't Syracuse win tonight? I'm not sure. Let me go to the scores here. I'll do it over here. I guess we're going to see how far Dart can throw it here. They beat Pitt. That's good. No, they're just going to run the clock out. I really hoped Syracuse would win and beat Pitt today. I think that's good for Tech. Yeah, let's go look at the scoreboard here. It's halftime. Halftime in Athens right now. Let's see. Well, Duke's on another. Duke's up 10-0 over, or North Carolina's up 10-0 over Duke. Let's just look at the entire scoreboard. Who can FSU beat in the playoffs? I think they're going to have trouble. The real question is, how pissed off is the Big Ten and NCAA that Michigan continues to win? Because what really, like, if they make the playoffs, they win the Big Ten, then they're going to be saying, well, how, like, Harbaugh shouldn't just be suspended for 3 games. Like, they're going to have a mess on their hands. Oklahoma up 31-7 at half, with a minute to go in the half over West Virginia. Looks like Ohio State beating Michigan State 21-3. Texas in a fight with TCU 10-6. TCU was leading that a little while ago. LSU struggling with Florida. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. LSU up 10-7. 3 games does not include the Big Ten championship either. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so if they win out or they come in with 1 loss, they still go to the Big Ten championship, I'm assuming. They're still a playoff contender. Central Florida versus Oklahoma State had a crazy final score. Yeah, Central Florida was up 24-0 at half, I saw on the way up. A&M over. No. Where is this noise coming from? Okay. Freaking ads, man. All right. Let's see. This game hadn't started yet. Yeah, Michigan beat Penn State 24-15. That's a really good win for Michigan. Washington did end up beating Utah 35-28. Alabama obliterated Kentucky 49-21. Missouri killed Tennessee 36-7. We need to go check on Squid and BBD. Where did your and Dad go for food after the game? Well, I had to get back in a hurry, so I got gas station food. Get wrecked. Hey, Wreck, I traveled to the game today and was also at the Miami game. What did you think of the crowd? I heard so much about Death Valley, but not full Miami may have been louder. I don't know, man. Death Valley gets pretty loud when they want to, and they came close to packing the stadium out. Central Florida blew out a 5. So they came into this game with 4 wins, and they blew out a 7-win Oklahoma State 45-3. What happened with that? That's insane. I mean, wow. What is Duke's quarterback, that Leonard kid, is he out for the year? Kansas got upset by Texas Tech. Oh, no. Arizona. Arizona beats Colorado. Colorado sitting at 4 wins. By the way, shout out to Colby. Colby's a Georgia fan, but I really like Colby. He made a bet with some absolutely dumbass, not even a Colorado fan, a Deion Sanders fan. And he was going back and forth with Colby in the preseason. This guy made a bet. Initially, they were going to do $500. This guy said Colorado will win 9 games this year. This was in the preseason. He said Colorado would win 9 games. Colby said, okay, bet. And he has Instagram receipts from messages to confirm it. The guy said, F $500, let's make it 1,000. And then they did the handshake emojis. Well, they ain't going to win 9 games. That's not possible anymore. So Colby hit him up and is like, hey, I need my $1,000. I forget what the guy's name is. I'll go look on Pete's latest live stream. But the guy blocked Colby and won't pay him his money. And anyone who says anything about it on this guy's live stream, John the Liquidator, this is what I need everyone to do. Go blow up his comment section saying you need to pay Colby his money. There's nothing more disgusting than a bet, Welcher. And he's like, I'm not going to pay that dumbass bet. I mean, he just straight up said it. He agrees he made the bet, and he says he's not going to pay. And then he goes around bragging about he makes $900 a day on YouTube, which is like nearly $400,000 a year. Okay, well, if you got so much money, pay Colby his money. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you. As a matter of fact, let's see here. Let me go find his channel. This is the guy, the Belt Welcher. I'm subscribed to him now. Y'all need to go hit this guy up and tell, and you'll get blocked immediately, which should be a rite of passage. But tell him he needs to go pay Colby his money. North Carolina about to go up 3 scores, man. 11:58 to go. They're about to score again in the second quarter. Nothing within the rule of law to force someone to pay a bet like this. Yeah, but no, there's not. But you are a piece of shit if you do that. Like, it's not against the law to cheat on your wife, but it does make you a piece of shit. Going to an away game just made me appreciate our team so much more regardless of the performance. I can't wait to pack the Dodd where it will be Pro Tech. Yeah, for sure. You hate Ole Miss than you do Georgia. I don't know about that. 3rd and 9 for North Carolina here. Duke getting pressure. All right, looks like North Carolina's going to have to kick a field goal. That's why, see, an Ole Miss, it's funny you say you hate Ole Miss more. And this Sebastian, absolute turd of a human being, he kept saying, bet me that we'd beat Ole Miss. And I said, okay, if you want to bet $100, put it in my PayPal, because just like what happened with John the Liquidator, if I make a bet with somebody and they lose, they're just going to run away. I'll never see them again. So you deposit the money in my PayPal, and If you win, I'll give you double what you gave me. He didn't do that, and then he claimed that I was a bet welcher when I laid the rules out clearly. Oh, look, it's Gabe the Peter Puffer. Isn't that nice? I guarantee you, Gabe, the only thing in life that he has to be excited about is Georgia football. So he spends most of his time on the internet because he's probably unemployed or doesn't make a whole lot. And this is the height of his life, is Georgia. First of all, the game's not over. We got to see what happens. I mean, it's not looking good with Ole Miss's defense. We'll see what happens in the second half. But, I mean, how dumb is it to make a bet preseason that Colorado is going to win 9 games? Not even just make a bowl. That would have been a crazy enough bet. Rec, what you did is 100% correct. Most YouTubers want the money first to make a bet valid. Yeah, and then I'm sure someone's responsibility like, well, what guarantees do I have you're not just going to keep the money? You don't have any guarantees. Zero. That's how this works. Other than I can't run and hide like these other people do. So he can blow up my comment section. I guess I could block them if I was really a turd like John the Liquidator, but you could just keep making accounts. Like I'm thinking about, it would be great, I think, if I created a script. I mean, I know you could do this. A program that just generates YouTube accounts and Gmail accounts. And then as he blocks them, it just keeps generating them and commenting, pay Colby his money. That's what needs to happen. We need to use technology. Also, so upset over the loss today. I wanted it to be so much closer. That's my thing. Like, I can stomach being beat, but when you have like 1 passing yard going to half and he still wouldn't pay, yeah, but you can make his life difficult. I'm not going to speak about what else you could do because that would be just as low as what he does, but there are other things you could do. First of all, he doesn't make $900 a day on YouTube. And I looked through his stuff, like he does an interview with some like investment person. I guarantee you he's going to start, not dox him. There's worse things you could do. Not dox him. You could take advantage of flaws in YouTube, though. You could do that. The problem with that is anyone could do that to me as well. And that is why I would never make my vocation, even like, let's say I did make enough money to make a living on YouTube. I would never make that my sole means of making money because someone could just take it away from you. Tech had 75 yards of drops in the first half. Yeah, that's why, like, I know King had 4 picks, but he wasn't getting a lot of help early with the drop passes, and he started forcing balls. It was not not good. Let me go see what North Carolina Duke's doing. North Carolina's up 13-0. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. As far as what Tech needs to do, they need to you need to ensure you keep the talent you have, like Eric Singleton Jr., even though he had the drop passes. And you got to go get some more talent. First and 10 for Duke. I'd really love Duke to beat North Carolina. I really despise North Carolina. Oh, looks like they're going to get a penalty. I mean, I don't blame the 4 picks, to be honest. When your backs are against the wall like that, you can't run. You got to start throwing. Yeah, Clemson just pinned their ears back and blitzed and said, you're not going to run on us. You're going to have to throw on us. And they have really talented defensive backs that play really good man coverage. That's pretty much what happened. $2. I want to touch Rhett's Rock. Can we make it hard first? I got to go find one, I guess. I think they come that way. What's going on, TK? Man, I need like a Red Bull or something. I've been getting up a lot earlier lately. We need Duke to do something here. That's what we need. Duke 2nd and 9 from their own 49. They're going to have to call a timeout. I don't know if they got that playoff. They don't get much. TK, have you heard about John the Liquidator and his shitty ways? Oh, here we go. What game were you watching? Our defense sucked. Well, our offense didn't break 100 yards of offense, of total offense, until well into the third quarter. So that might have to do something to do with the defense, right? I mean, they were on the field twice as long as Clemson's was in the first half. That makes me think you didn't watch the game. TK, you haven't heard about John the Liquidator not paying out a bet to Colby? It was a $1,000 bet that Colorado would win 9 games or more. And now he won't pay. And it really grinds my gears. Let me go back and look at his thing. I swear he did an interview with someone like he thinks he's some famous success story. Yeah, I laid it out. He made a bet with Colby. Colby has receipts for $1,000. He won't pay it. Was it a live stream or something? Yeah, becoming John the Liquidator tell-all interview like he's freaking arrived. I gotta watch that. And it's with Dennis Day Consulting. I swear I think he's going to try and pitch some get-rich-quick scheme to his audience. And if that's the case, he's even crummier than I thought. Yeah, just buy my course, man, and you'll become a millionaire. I'll show you 5 simple steps to a 6-figure income. And you only have to work 20 minutes every 3 months. No, not a Ponzi scheme, but I'm sure it'll be something where you pay them some monthly fee for training, and they're going to help you develop a business. If you're not sure who the customer is in that situation, then you're the customer. This has been going on for a while now. FTX acted like operated similar to a Ponzi scheme, though it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. But SBF got convicted and is facing 115 years. They were just using clients' money to make wild bets and lost $8 billion of their clients' funds. Defense we know is bad, but we want them to do better than how they played today. Offense needs to bounce back. At the very least, cut off the multiple turnovers a game. I just don't understand how people, and I'm not saying you are, get wrecked, but I can't understand how people look at that game that legitimately watched it. The offense turned the ball over 4 times. They had 250 total yards, and people are saying that the problem was the defense today. Where do you get that from? Buzztalk with a $10 super chat says, my take on Haynes King, you can't blame a quarterback for messing up when he's forced to make all the plays and carry the team. When we start struggling, they're still forcing him to throw deep and make worse mistakes. That I do think is a fair criticism of that. It's either run the ball or throw it deep for the most part. I don't think we threw a single pass over the middle today. We might have thrown 2 or 3 balls over the middle all game. Like 10 yards in, slant route, crossing routes, drag routes. I don't think we did much of that. But yeah, I would agree with that. You agree the number one problem was the offense, but the defense was awful. Like, how do we let them I can't see it because the stupid ass Hart thing. How do we let them get the first when it's 3rd and 23? Well, that's been a problem for a while. You've heard me say there's no, like, we can hold a 3rd and 7. Plus, they converted a lot of 4th downs too. We did get a decent number of 3rd down stops. They went for it on 4th a lot. Cody Hankins, I'm guessing you're an Alabama fan. I hope we can beat Georgia in the SEC championship. Well, I would love that. But we need them to go into it with 1 loss, so it knocks them out of the playoffs. Are they back on? Okay, they are. All right, Georgia game's back on. Oh, and an easy miss pick by Ole Miss. I mean, you're down 2 scores. You got to capitalize on opportunities when they present themselves. 2nd and 10 for Georgia, 14:55 to go. Georgia's going to run it, and Ole Miss having trouble tackling again. They'll get about 5. I love when people comment that too. What game were you watching? I mean, I was there, man, which means I have a better perspective on the game than people that weren't there. Buzz Talk with a $10 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for all the support. It's easy to judge him, but when you look, almost always we had receivers that go deep, and then we have to 1-2 check downs that are covered, so he's forced to throw deep and try and rush and maybe get sacked. Yeah, I think he took 2 today. Oh, Georgia goes 3 and out. Be 4th and 5. Did you see any sign stealing? I'm thinking about writing a manifesto for Georgia Tech, Connor Stallion style. What we have to do. First, you have to hire me, and you have to provide me with some spy glasses. I mean, sign stealing, I would think, happens every game. It's really easy if you play Miami. When they played us, we could tell whether it was run or pass just based on how the running back lined up. All right, see you, TK. You would film signals for Georgia Tech. Can't you do that just by watching the game on TV? First of all, isn't there an easy way around that? Generally, you have four people signaling in signs, and you don't know which one are the correct signs. So even if you know all the team's signs, you don't know which signs are correct and which ones aren't. I also think this is a good argument. Why can't in college football you just call the play to the quarterback in his helmet? All right, Ole Miss going to run it for 3-4 yards. Those refs at Clemson were just awful. I don't know about that. I mean, look, man, when you get beat the way we did, that wasn't the refs. I didn't think the refs were awful. So, yeah, maybe they made one bad call against Tech, but. Oh, sack, Georgia. It's going to be 3rd and long for Ole Miss because quarterback still has the signal due to no huddle in college football. Yeah, but if you're going to run hurry up, you should know the next 2 or 3 plays you're going to run. Third and 13 for Ole Miss. Georgia rolling. Throws it deep. Incomplete. King is my favorite player from the past few years, but something was off today. Even when we marched down the field at the end on 3rd down, he threw into empty end zone. Yeah, there was some disconnects between the quarterback and wide receiver today for sure. Yeah, Mike, I said that on the way back. I was like, look, Ole Miss is going to fake it. And they will convert. Wow. There's a flag out. There's a scuffle on the sidelines. Lane is irate. What is this flag going to be? Are they going to call a flag on Lane Kiffin here, a sideline? Okay, so it'll stand. So it'll be a 1st down after the play, unnecessary roughness on Ole Miss. Georgia had no idea they were going to fake it there. They had their backs to this punter running down the field. It was unnecessary roughness after the play. So the play will stand, but they're going to back up to the original line of scrimmage or so probably. Evidently an Ole Miss guy grabbed a guy by the face mask and threw him. It'd be 1st and 10 from the Ole Miss 35. Yeah, that's a really dumb penalty. They'll run it. They don't get much, maybe 2 yards. Man, well, they got to capitalize on this. Second and 8 for Ole Miss. Is kicking going to kick him off the team too? Well, probably if he tries to set him up for a lawsuit by recording what he says, then yeah. Stuffed. Junkins is stuffed. No game. It's going to be 3rd and 8 or so. I mean, B-Bean, you kind of can't not show up for 2 weeks or respond to anything and then think that's going to work out well for you. I do think having King play the whole game, including garbage time. Yeah, I agree. I don't understand why we didn't put Pyron out for the last 3 series or so. 3rd and 8, he's got time. He's going to throw downfield. Incomplete. No flag. Yeah, I don't understand why we didn't put Pyron in. I mean, what was there to lose? We were getting blown out. Haynes King wasn't playing well. I agree 100%. Ole Miss going to have to punt. Are they going to fake it again? Flag. Oh, Georgia doesn't fair catch it. They only get a few yards. Yeah, I don't understand at all not playing Pyron. Like he redshirted last year, so they're not saving a red shirt. I hope so, B-Bean. I hope we secure a bowl win with a one-win ACC team. False start. Oh, it's a legal formation. Yeah, I'm sure it's frustrating for Pyron. You watch King throw 4 picks and he stays in the entire game in garbage time. We should have put Pyron in, but keeping King in, I think, gave some much needed confidence, especially the last passing touchdown. So he threw 4 picks and one more touchdown and 2 touchdowns, opposed to 4 picks and 1 touchdown. I don't know. Ole Miss will punt it away. They line drive it. Georgia fair catches it on their 24. Give me 1 second. All right, we needed another Diet Coke. Oh, did he get 2 more touchdowns in garbage time? I don't think confidence is the issue with Haynes King, though. I mean, yeah, it pads his stats a little bit. Did I see Miami's QB get hurt at the end of the game? Their second string quarterback. They didn't play Tyler Van Dyke. And I think Tyler Van Dyke was ready to go, right? So they benched Tyler Van Dyke. You're saying 17 got hurt, whatever his name is? I didn't. I was in the process of picking up Mini Wreck. You just found out that last touchdown was Dylan Leonard's first career touchdown. I wish I didn't know some of these stats, man. Van Dyke finished the game. Yeah, the second string guy hurt his arm. Was it bad? Did it look career or season ending? No, I didn't. I'll have to go check that out. Man, I hope I can make it through this game. I'm tired. It's getting hot in here, too. Sorry for the stats. Let me ask you something. If Haynes King were to get hurt against Syracuse, and you need to put Pyron in, and he's thrown one pass all year, as opposed to getting him some time against Clemson, I just feel like that's preferable. Is that Molson Light? No, this is Diet Coke. Buzzsaw with the $5 super chat. Just remember they booed Jordan Travis off the field when he came to FSU. Now he's an FSU legend. It's not over for King. He's a SO. I don't know what that means. Just wait. 1st and 10 for Georgia. A little misdirection with McConkey. Big play for Georgia. 1st down. Flag. I think they're going to get a face mask on top of it. Oh, a sophomore. I thought that was like Zoomer, like something like that. Like he is him, but that SO was short for something like that. All right, they're going to wave the flag off. Gib West commented on my video, just reporting a conversation. Our defense was on the field twice as long as our offense. If anything sucked, it was our offense. There is plenty that needs to be improved, but we are light years better than anything Collins gave us. I agree with that. Georgia's going to play fake on 1st down, throw it way downfield, complete. What are you doing, Ole Miss? What are you doing? It's torturous being a Tech fan, man. I mean, I guess Georgia's just going to blow out Ole Miss here at home. 1st and 10 for Georgia, 10 minutes to go in the 3rd. They're on Ole Miss, 43? Beck going to take off running. Buzz with the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, man. People keep saying King needs to be benched for the season. Who is saying that? And yes, Emory arm was wrapped up and they carted him off. TVD comes in, throws an interception to end the game. 2nd and 1 for Georgia. They'll run it. They'll pick it up, and they're going to score. Not even touched. Georgia will go up 3 scores. 12-team playoff will be war of attrition injuries. I wish I could show you guys. Like, there's this little heart icon in the bottom right. Can a true champion come out of that? Yeah, because that can be like what it is in basketball a little bit, where it's all about who gets hot at the right time. I feel like Ole Miss will game plan knowing they are going to lose, so they will go in with a bunch of Vegas get-rich kind of strategy, like trying to hit it big in roulette. Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to get blown out. Yeah, you can't remove the heart icon. Why not put the heart icon in the top right? That way you could at least scroll around it. There's so many small things in life that make me homicidal sometimes, and this is one of them. Whoever programmed that heart icon in the bottom right of the chat is a piece of shit. I don't know. Let me click on this heart icon. Oh, now it wants me to log in to something. That's great. Now I've lost my chat and my OBS. It's coming off the rails there. How do I get my chat back in? Here we go. Let me go over here. It's for liking the stream. Yeah, but there's all these different things that I can click. And it doesn't do anything. Do you guys see like a bunch of different icons coming out of there? I'm just clicking it, man. I'm clicking. Click, 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 click. Yeah, I'm really glad that feature's in there. I get to see little confetti and smiley faces and hearts. You know, I was depressed after this loss, but now that I have this stream of smiley faces and hearts, I'm totally okay. It doesn't even like the stream. I'm currently a Clemson undergrad, and I can't wait to get the hold on. I gotta focus. I'm fading. I'm currently a Clemson undergrad, and I can't wait to get shit on Monday in class. Why would you get shit on? You won. I'm confused. Are you... I don't... Yeah. You just broke me. I don't understand. Because I'm a Tech fan. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, just tell them you're going to end up with the same record as them. Who cares? Be like, yeah, for all you Clemson fans talking shit, you're going to end up with the same record as Tech, so who cares? What are you studying at Clemson? Best chance to make the playoffs? Michigan at 69, Florida State at 68, Ohio State at 66, Alabama at 43, and Georgia at 42. Wow. I actually plan to go to Tech for grad. He's studying electrical engineering. Oh, so a fellow that knows about Fourier series analysis. Oh, chemical engineering. Are you just making things up? Are you just going to say every engineering major until he agrees with you? Something is broke with this Tech try. Something's broken with what? All right, Junkins get a pretty good run. Just chemistry. You're a better man than most, man. Chemistry sucked. Or I sucked at it. It's going to be third and 3 or so. Because, like, I did physics, right, initially. And it was never, like, memorize this. It's you should know how to derive this equation in case you ever forget it. With chemistry, right, you're a chemistry guy. So explain the salt solubility tables to me. Silver's different for some reason, but they never tell you why. They just want you to memorize this stuff. 3rd and 3 for Ole Miss. They're going to run a sweep, and they won't get it. Physical chemistry is weed out class. Just chemistry, plan to go into research. That's awesome, man. Maybe you can complete the periodic table. Oh, they're going to go for it, 4th and 2. And they're going to get it. And there's a flag down. Every 4th down, Ole Miss draws a penalty. He might develop a vaccine for the next outbreak. Yeah. What is an illegal snap? Ole Miss just got penalized for an illegal snap. Is that where you move the ball a little bit? Yeah, okay. I get it. Kelly Quinlan questions are like short stories. Yeah, he like gives a narrative about the game. It's not even really a question. It's just his own commentary on the game. posing as a question. All right, Ole Miss going to have to punt. Not a good punt. It gets a good Ole Miss bounce, though. Go down inside the 25. Yeah, you don't hear illegal snap much, so. Kelly Quinlan is an interesting cat. I'll say that. If you're a member, you'll know my stronger opinions on that. Let's go take a peek at Duke, North Carolina. All right, it's 16-14 North Carolina at half. Georgia going to run it. Big gain. Is he paid by Tech? I would say Georgia Tech is going to have the same schedule as Clemson, but I don't want to jinx the Syracuse game, yeah. I remember, and I agree with your stronger opinion. Yeah. Yeah. Is who paid by Tech? First of all, when you try and control information, it's not a good thing. No, he's not paid by Tech. He's paid by what, Rivals or whoever he works for. Gabe, you're like a hemorrhoid in my asshole, man. I just need to put some cream on you so you can go away. First and 10 for Georgia from the 39. Their own 39. They're rolling. All sorts of time, complete, plenty of room. I don't know, probably 20-yard gain. Rod, who is asking questions, also blocked me on Twitter for saying Jeff Sims quit on the team. We didn't need the visual. Here's the thing. People like Gabe will disappear if Georgia ever struggles. Buzz Talk with the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Buzz Talk says, I love Haynes King and Jamal, but God, they annoy me bad. Whole time in the press conference, we didn't execute. Yeah, y'all say that every loss we know. That's why I don't like the players doing interviews. I hate it, actually. I mean, what are they supposed to say? There's no good answer. It's like when you're on trial and you know you're guilty. There's no good answer to the question. Why was the victim's blood found on your clothing? There's not a good answer to that. No matter what you say is not good. First and 25 for Georgia. I must have got a penalty. All time for Beck. Complete. Missed tackle. I tell you, Ole Miss cannot get these guys down. But that's kind of Kiffin's thing, right? Defensively, has Kiffin ever had a top 25 defense? McConkey's going in the injury tent. Hate to see that. Hope McConkey's okay. King was very bad in the presser day, act like he don't give a crap. Well, I don't know. I kind of steer away from. I'll have to watch it. I'll say that. I'll react to it. If you're a member, you get access to all my reaction of the interviews. Georgia throws downfield, complete again. 40, 30, 35, pushed out. And they're going to get a late hit on top of it. Wow. What's he supposed to say? I mean, I agree. That's why I don't like player interviews. Georgia about to go up 42-14. What bowl would Tech go to with 6 wins? We going to the Bourbon Bowl, and we bringing Bobby Boucher with us. Remember when Bobby Boucher came and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? They need to make a Bourbon Bowl. Kiffin's getting embarrassed. He is. And this is really the same game, honestly, as Tech Clemson, where, Ole Miss is supposed to have this really good offense. They don't show up. They throw picks. They turn the ball over. And then their defense is, on the field the whole time. Yeah, realistically, I think there's a bowl in Tampa and there's a bowl in Birmingham. Did you watch the Michigan interim's coach's interview? It was classic, that one on the field after the game. No, I'll have to react to that too. Fade. Incomplete. 3rd and 7. Was that the Clemson game embarrassing effort? I don't know if I'd call it embarrassing effort. I think we got beat by just a more talented team. King looked overmatched and made like 10 WTF throws. Well, he's trying to do too much. By the way, that's a Zoomer thing. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much. God. Georgia looked offsides there, but whatever. They want a PI there, even though they were offsides, but whatever. Probably was PI, but Buzzsaw with a $5 super chat says, I wouldn't say King didn't give a shit. He was just defeated. All he could say was we didn't execute. These pressers make them look stupid. Yeah, I agree. I'm not worried about mouth cancer. Well, that's kind of the crux of addiction, right? Am I worried about it? Yeah. You should break down the what? We made Klubnik look like an NFL caliber quarterback. We kind of did, yeah. Break down the cheerleaders? Okay, that's coming up. What do you want me to break down with the cheerleaders? Their routines? Here's the thing. After what happened today, I need something to take the edge off. I don't drink. I don't do drugs of any kind. I need some kind of vice, right? I need something to take the edge off. I don't know how all Tech fans aren't degenerate alcoholics, honestly. I guess Georgia fans have that market cornered. You never, ever smoked marijuana. No, I'm not saying I have never, ever done drugs. I don't do them now. I have smoked marijuana, and it had the opposite effect on me. Like a lot of people, say they smoke marijuana, and they're mellow, and they're chill. For me, it made me paranoid and freaked out. Like, I remember walking down, I was taking a walk, and I felt like the walkway was stretching. Like it was getting longer as I kept walking. So maybe there might have been something else in that. And I didn't like not having a sense of time. Like I went to play Halo, and I swear to God it took 2 hours to load Halo. I felt like for 2 hours I was just listening to yeah, I didn't like it. And then I was like, has a second gone by yet? Has a second gone by in the time it took me to think of this thought? What is time, man? What is it? Is time real? What is reality? I don't like feeling that way. And honestly, I don't like feeling like I'm not in control of my mind or my faculties, which is probably what it feels like to be a Georgia fan. You should be up 28-7, Drake. I've been peeking over there. Did you have some drop passes? Are you blaming the refs? What happened there? Smoke, don't inhale. I don't often make political statements, but, they asked Bill Clinton about it. He said, yeah, but I didn't inhale. And they asked, no matter what you think of Obama, they asked him, they said, did you inhale? And he goes, well, yeah, that's kind of the point, which is one of the best answers ever. Yeah, if you smoke it, the point is to inhale. I mean, why else would you put the thing to your lip? I'm not high. I'm tired. I'll take it. You want me to take a pee test right now? I've been studying for that drug test for years, buddy. Drinking doesn't count if you black out is my motto. I mean, you might not be able to recall enough to count it, but it probably does count. Oh, God. Oh, me. Georgia up 38-14. Ole Miss with a decent return. You seem depressed, and I don't blame you. I wouldn't even say I'm depressed, man. I'm tired. I drove. Well, I didn't drive. Papa Wreck did. I mean, I drove back from Winder. If I ain't remember, did it really ever happen? Is that like a tree in the woods? If I'm not sober, or if you're not sober enough to recall the event, did the event happen? I need a pure Christian woman in my life. That probably wouldn't be a great idea for her. Empty set for Ole Miss. Dart takes off running, gets it. Oh, lowers his shoulder, takes a hit, and he's hurt. He's down, and so is a Georgia player. Yeah, but the other streams were like 20 minutes. They weren't that long. And I wasn't doing anything anyway. By the way, it's not that long is something Georgia fans hear a lot. Let's take a look at this hit, man. Dart came off, lowered his shoulder. Oh, he went helmet to helmet with a guy. Oh, with 96. You've had a long day and you're depressed. I know what concussions feel like because I myself suffered a concussion when playing football. And what you see when you hit the power button to reset your computer is kind of what a concussion is like. It's like your brain gets reset. I was playing Oconee, and I took off running, and I had one of those leather chin straps that had the little holes on the side. I had already had a concussion earlier in the game. You see, when I played football, they didn't know concussions were bad for you. It was just called getting your bell rung, and you were told to walk it off and not be a pussy. So earlier in the game, I had walked to the wrong sideline, and I had a concussion. On this particular play, it was supposed to be sweep left, and I ran right. So all my blocking goes this way. I ran that way because I'm concussed. My brain is scrambled eggs at this moment. And the guy squared up on me, hit me helmet to chin, split my chin open, and knocked me out cold. And you know what? This is true. I'm sure the film doesn't exist anymore. There's no way I could get it. I still didn't fumble having a counter coup concussion. Ambulance came out, picked me up. I was a quarterback and a running back. Backups in. Ole Miss will get they'll be just shy of the first. I played quarterback and running back. I wasn't always as heavy as I am now. And I was back at practice the following week. And not for this to take a dark turn. I do think that's why, in part, why I've had issues with depression since then. That is correct. I did run a 4.2 flat. I was the fastest kid in the nation. No, I didn't. I did not get any offers. No. I was not a very good football player. $295. I'm not 295 pounds, dude. I'm like 250. You have a scar under your chin from that kind of chin strap? Yeah. Do you guys remember that? They just said you got your bell rung. Walk it off. Stop being a wimp. And then we all cry, watch ourselves cry in the mirror later in life when we're working at Lowe's and divorced. And we know this is as good as it's going to get. I'm 296. Another punt for Ole Miss. Georgia going to return the punt. Wow. Are they going to return it? There's a flag, though. Probably a hold. Honestly, I remember walking it off actually worked. I'm too old for that trick now. Yeah, when I try to walk it off, I just fall to the ground. And I've had some scares in the slob events. Slob softball, it was wet. I slipped. So it is holding. I was running, I was hauling ass past first base, trying to run through the bag, trying to do what was required of me to win the game. By the way, I batted 1,000 that day. I got a hit every time I stepped up to the plate. Anyways, I tried to stop after I ran past first. I slipped. The first thing that hit the ground was my shoulder blades. It knocked the wind out of me. And then I tried to do a backflip off the ground. And I actually kind of pulled it off. And then I fell back down. I fell down a second time. At the Slob Olympics, when we were running in the sand, I fell on my side, which didn't look that bad, but my ribs were sore for like 2 weeks, as well as most of the rest of my body. Father Time is undefeated, guys. They're taking Dart in the Ole Miss locker room. This is not good. Guys, how old were you when you realized things were not good as far as physically? Like, oh, this is as good as it's probably ever going to be for me. Oh, that's PI. They get away with one there. That was definitely PI on Ole Miss. How long do you want to live? 11, 5? I'm going to take another look at this. Yeah, he had his jersey there for sure. Third and 8 for Georgia. Ole Miss gets away with one. Are they chanting the refs suck in Athens right now? 11 and 5 are the answers to my questions. Okay. Beck takes off running. He's going to get the first. And he slides. T. Brant says, I was in my mid-20s, I think. I hurt every day from then on, and I was like, got it. This sucks, and I better suck it up. 17 after I realized I can't play the ball hungover anymore. Physically 18, mentally probably about the second year of Jeff Collins' era. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like any Tech fan that's still around is as mentally strong as anyone you're going to find. I talked about this with the guy sitting next to me in the game. Like, that'd be a great thing to talk about in a job interview. Like, you know, how would you describe your mental fortitude? Georgia's going to score again. How would you describe your ability to handle adversity? Well, I'm a Georgia Tech fan, so I'm pretty much an expert at it. I tell you though, if you need to negotiate a contract, you get whoever Jeff Collins' agent was. 7 years with you get an $11 million buyout when you win 10 games in 3.25 years. Pretty good. 7-year deal. 1st and 10 for Georgia. 20 seconds to go in the third. They're going to run a sweep. They get about 4 yards. I think I realized I was really getting old when people younger than me, it sounded like they were talking a different language. Like I knew what all the words meant individually that they were saying, but when they put them together in a sentence, I didn't have the first clue what they were talking about. Ohio State, Texas destroying competition? What are you talking about? You mean like no cap? Yeah, I know what no and cap mean, but when you put them together, I'm not sure. The Riz. Guys, they almost made me say the F word. I'm tired. And I don't know what the Riz. Is that like charisma? That's what C-Dog was telling me. WreckTalk risen up. Is that like rising up, like the Falcons saying? Man, Duke still 16-14, North Carolina up. Well, just say that. Just say you got charisma, man. Every word doesn't need to be shortened. That's how, impatient we are as a society, that we have to shorten every word to a syllable. I'm a masochist? Maybe. Ugh. Buzz with the $5 super chat. RecTalk risked me up when we first met. Why you think I get... Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that. I appreciate the super chat. Oh, I thought you were so much money. Okay. I thought... Okay. Never mind. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. I'm broken. My back is broken. Charisma is 3 syllables. Riz is 1 syllable. Yeah, do you really need 66 2/3 less percentage syllables? I do my best on here. I'm going to put the jack down now. $5 super chat from Buzz. Riz is like flirting. If someone has a good Riz game, it means they can flirt well or pick up girls easy. Are girls attracted to this vernacular? Hey, baby, you want to get rizzed up? You want to get rizzed up? Yeah, I want you to show me your Riz. I want some good Riz. By the way, Touchdown Tim was hitting up this LSU girl. What does bae mean? I guess that means some girl that... I guess that means some girl is like your girlfriend. Georgia 2nd and 7. Play fake. Carson Beck slides. Oh, you mean Jack Daniels? You're going to put the Jack Daniels down? Georgia 3rd and 7. 14:35 to go in the fourth. $5 super chat from Buzzsaw. No, it's between guys. If a guy picks up a girl by complimenting them, touchdown Georgia. Pickup lines, your bro would say your Riz is on point. You know how, like, when you signal in signs, you'll have, like, a sheet with the signs, whatever you're going to signal? I feel like you need that to communicate to young people these days. Like, if a young person was talking to me, I'd have to look at, like, my cheat sheet and be like, all right, hold on, let me decode what you just said, so I can try and come up with a somewhat reasonable response to it. How does Ole Miss only score 14 points? I don't understand. You know most words, even though you think you don't. Yeah, okay. Central Arkansas quarterback stuns Eastern Kentucky with a Hail Mary. Let's look at Duke. Duke, North Carolina, still 16-14. Why are you guys being weird tonight? I tell you what, you guys' Riz game is shit. That's what I think. There's some weird Riz going around tonight. That's all I know. We'll see you, buddy. Oh, I'm a huge fan of ghosting. Gucci, body count, in my feels, in a mood, salty, thirsty, you know these. Gucci's like good, like, oh man, you got that good phone, you got that Gucci phone, man. All right, let me see, in my feels. Like, nah, man, I can't come over tonight, I'm in my feels right now. In a mood, that's just as self-explanatory. Yeah, Wreck, he's in a mood today, man. You probably don't want to call him. Buzz Talk with a $2 super chat. Wreck the Risley Bear. Oh, boy. I have a feeling that's going to stick. Riz and Yat? Is that how you say that? G-Y-A-T? Yat? Like Yat. Have ruined the younger generations. Wreck Riz Livy Dunn in Ohio. I feel like y'all are just making stuff up now. Let me tell you something, dead ass. You guys are being weird right now. Y'all need to chill. Y'all doing too much in the chat, man. You're doing too much. Y'all the ops right now. On God, y'all the ops. I never thought, you know how like in The Dark Knight, it's like you live long enough to be the villain. I've now lived long enough to realize that I'm old. I don't understand. Like when I don't understand things, I get agitated and angry. Buzz Taught with the $5 super chat. If a girl has a fat ass, instead of saying damn, you say "got," or she got a "got." You say that to people? You say this to people you respect. Man, I met this girl. She got a got, man. I'd be like, what? She has an STD? Nah, man, got. Like, man, that sounds serious. She probably needs to get that checked out. Remember when LSU won the Natty and they were doing Get the Gat? Do I just need to make a whole segment of like, I know Vic does like reading from Urban Dictionary. Got, she got the clap? Is that what you're trying to say? Do I just need to do a segment where like I try and translate? This is what we could do. Y'all submit some, phrase or small paragraph, and I will try and decode what it means. Buzz with a $2. Wreck the Risley Giant. Old, tall, fat ass. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I've become the get off my... Are links allowed? I think if you try and post a link, it won't let you. Try and post a link, yeah. See if it'll let you post a link. And if it doesn't, just comment it won't let you post it. All right, this is not entertaining anymore. I'm going to watch North Carolina and Duke because that's more entertaining. Oh, there's a flag. Have you ever been so tired you forgot you were doing something like streaming? Post the link, KS. Post it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Still caught it. First and 10 for North Carolina. The link sadly represents... That link sadly represents the Riz and Got stuff. Well, will it let you post a link? No, hold on. I can fix it. But just know... Well, it won't let me do it here. Hold on. Just know with great power comes great responsibility. All right, you'll be able to post it now, or you should. Thoughts on should Georgia Tech leave the ACC? Only if there's something better, but that's unlikely. Like if you could get the Big Ten, yeah, but you'd have to wait until the Big Ten. I mean, first of all, the Big Ten's about full, and they'd rather have Clemson or Florida State. All right, I'm going to look at your link. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Sticking out your gun for the Rizzler. You're so skip-buddy. You're so Phantom Tax. I just wanna be your Sigma. In me, Ohio.
All right. So, hold on. I have to correct a mistake I made. Got to correct the mistake I made real quick. We've got to demod you immediately for sending me that. I didn't understand a single word of that. Can anyone in the chat tell me what any of that meant? I heard Riz. It was like like if you have like a Spanish or Hispanic girlfriend, she's speaking Spanish and you're just listening for your name. That's what that felt like. God help me when my daughter gets, like middle school, high school age, because I will embarrass her by speaking her vernacular and common tongue. Where I taught like Theo Vaughn the whole time. You mean just say, oh crap, I gotta turn the audio off. You mean I just say random made up stories? Yeah, man, there was a kid in my town and, we didn't have magazines or anything. We weren't old enough, we couldn't get them, so we would pay a guy to draw a picture of a woman's vagina, and we would pass it around in a circle. There. You mean that's basically every Theo Vaughn podcast in a concise setting. Buzz with two $5 super chats. Oh. Buzz thought $2 $5 super chats. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut, you get girls. You're talking Grand Theft Auto 5. Think I don't know about Grand Theft Auto 5? Because I do. Also with the $5, better yet, maybe Tanisha call y'all dog ass if she ever stops effing with that brain surgeon or lawyer or whoever she's effing with. Yeah, you can't finish that, though, and you shouldn't. I do think, yeah. Theo also tells stories of, like, these amalgamations of like people like, hey man, there used to be this family. I don't know what it was wrong with them. One of them had no arms. He would just lurch at you. He'd catch you in that lurch. So he fought everyone. He didn't have no arms. He'd catch you neck to neck, get you in that lurch. It's just like there's only like, okay, once the shock value of 3 of those have worn off, it's just like, this is all this podcast is. I'll tell you someone else I don't understand is Bert Kreischer. He has the machine story, and that's it. Bert Kreischer just takes his shirt off and tells stories. But I don't think he's a comedian. By the way, did you see when Ari Shaffir drugged Bert Kreischer without his knowledge with Molly and didn't think that was a problem? The Machine movie was pretty funny, though. I oversaw it. I never saw the Machine movie. I mean, it's just, his claim to fame was he was the greatest partier at Florida State. Like, the things that will get you famous, man, baffle me. If you just are a degenerate person, like that girl that was on Dr. Phil. Catch Me Outside. How about that? That girl's probably a millionaire now based off of the fact that she's an idiot. Shane Gillis is who Bert Kreischer thinks he is. Buzz of the $5 super chat. Watch this whole video. Andrew K. I have heard of that. I have heard of that. Hold on. This could be bad. Let me pull this to another screen. Let me filter this. Okay, I think we can watch this. This has taken a turn, hasn't it? Welcome to Cute Doggy. Well, it's on YouTube, and it has been for 3 years, so, and it hasn't been taken down. That's a corgi. I know that dog. Okay. Nothing wrong with this so far. It did get copyrighted, I'm sure. Wait, what's oh wow? Sorry, not sorry. Oh wow. We got Rick Ross. Is what it is. Is what it is. Rick Rolls. That's when music was good, young bucks. That song is better than any song that's been released in the past 10 years. It just is. It just is. Catch Me Outside, how about that? Danielle Brigoli, 13 at the time, a.k.a. Bad Baby. She is now 20 and worth $25 million. Let that sink in. A degenerate, misbehaving child is worth $25 million for being an idiot. Like, what is the message there? That, honestly, that's why every kid, they don't want to be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer, firefighter. No, none of that. They all want to be streamers. And not just as like something they do as a hobby, like me, but as like their sole vocation. Her song Gucci Flip Flops ain't that bad though. The interceptions are the entire reason I'm not 100% bought in on him. His upside does not justify multiple turnovers per game. Mojo, we've taken a dark turn away from that. We didn't like what we saw when we looked at the game today, and we started talking about Riz and On God and all of this nonsense. Some OnlyFans fangirls make $50K per month. You better believe for $50K a month, I would show my wiener on OnlyFans. I'm not above that. I would do it for $50K a month. Is Sea-Dog depressed? I wouldn't say he's depressed. Yeah, I know you're talking about Haynes King, Mojo. The thing is, like, he had some bad drop balls, but yeah, he makes bad decisions when he's kind of backed into a corner. I mean, for $50K a month, you know that there's, like, Amaranth. I'm not going to talk about what she just did because I can't go there. But she sold her farts in a jar and made like $1 million from it. I'm like, I've been doing this for free my whole life. I could have been making money. Yeah, this is taking a dark turn. How did we get here? I usually do this on other people's streams. I don't sully my own audience with this stuff. You need to watch shows like Fresh and Fit to learn this stuff. She did something worse with alcoholic beverages. Yes. I mean, who would buy that? Who would buy that? Me Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers talked about it. It tells you like how prevalent incels are in society. To be fair, I was the one who brought up the Riz. Yes. Buzz with the $5. Appreciate it, man. Haynes King could throw 10 picks a game and I'd still rep Daddy Bling Bling Haynes King. Yes, Daddy. Well, I think it's about time to end the stream, guys. This is I don't know how we got here. Is this what happens when we get blown out in a conference game? We're like, no, we don't want to look at that. We need to go to this other stuff. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what's causing all this. Andrew K should be in timeout.
I mean, that's a coach elevating in the moment.
1st and 10, Jordan Waters.
Oh, I've got the sound back up again. North Carolina up 19-14 now. No, don't go. Yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I'm about to catch a copyright strike. Yeah, I'm gonna get off, guys. I'm out of it, but I appreciate it. Appreciate all the super chats, Buzz. We just got to get a win next week. It's going to be a night game. Yeah, I am going to the Syracuse game. 100%. I'm going to the Syracuse game. And there could be some special things happening there. Just letting you know. So, y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night.